It's a women's bantamweight title fight between Amanda Nunes and Julianna Pena. All right, here's the #1 women's bantamweight contender. She believes for a while she's been the best at 135 pounds. She's making the walk tonight, staring down the champion. Confidence, not an issue. Fear, not a factor. We'll see if this talented #1 contender can shed that label and leave with a new one as the UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion. Well, this belt has changed hands quite a bit, but not since it's been held down by this young woman, the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion of the world. She has really set the standard for excellence at 135 pounds. Tonight, though, facing a #1 contender that comes in with a lot of momentum. So if she can defend the belt yet again here tonight, it would really go a long way in stamping her legacy as one of the greatest bantamweight fighters and champions of all time. Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. Pena is 30, Nunes is 32. The reach is the same. We go inside the octagon. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Madison Square Garden Arena in New York City, it's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This woman is a jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 12 wins, 5 losses. She stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Chicago, Illinois, presenting the challenger, Julianna, the Venezuelan Vixen Pena. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This woman is a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 23 wins, 5 losses. She stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Miami, Florida, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion of the world, Amanda the Lioness Nunes.
All right, this is for the championship. You've been given your instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We will have a clean fight. Touch gloves, let's make it official.
Ready. You ready to fight?
Well, there have been a lot of seminal UFC moments inside the world's most famous arena, and we are back at Madison Square Garden tonight, Julianna.
Who gets that shining moment in the world's greatest arena? I experienced it. I know how to do it. To walk out of that octagon at MSG with a championship. Will you get that moment tonight?
Her ground and pound is downright scary, in constant pursuit of the finish. Might get it here.
She does a really good job of throwing punches with intent. She never just throws just to be throwing. Every punch is meant to land, and every punch is meant to start or finish.
All right, she postures up here, DC. We'll see if she can get those ground strikes.
Watch for the huge elbows that she's known for.
Oh, when you get in a bad spot on the ground and you want to reverse it, that's what you need to do.
Masterclass in changing position, unreal to see.
Back to her feet now, good sign for her there. Lands flush with that right hand. Oh, big hook, that'll sting. Well, the damage starting to add up, bleeding from her cheek now. Oh, pretty good job there, posturing up and landing with the ground and pound. She has been very efficient in this situation tonight.
Very efficient and very accurate. Hats off to her.
Great movement by her here on the ground, and she just does it so fluidly and so easily. It's really a sight to behold.
You can tell that she's spent a lifetime developing this skill with the way that she's able to move with so little effort on the mat.
Well, she did not miss a single grappling practice during this training camp, and here's your evidence. Outstanding movement on the ground.
She looks like a master of grappling with the great movement that she's showing on the ground.
Well, there are a few things more fun to watch in mixed martial. Man, the submission attempts keep on coming, going for a choke now.
Now it's starting to slip under the neck. Oh, man, that was slick.
Strong bottom work here, staying busy. Oh, keep it busy here off of her back. Nice offense from the bottom. All right, she's in a full guard here, DC.
She's going to be looking to pass, try to get to the next position.
Man, she is just nonstop on the ground, moving in all the right directions. Another nice transition by her there.
She's moving a lot, but every movement has purpose.
Man, she's got some good ground and pound and putting that part of her game to good use tonight.
She's putting it to great use, just really damaging from the top position.
Second round, straight ahead. All right, let's get you some replays from that previous round, DC. I thought she mixed it up beautifully on the feet.
Yes, she did a great job. I mean, she landed everything. She showed a complete example of what her mixed martial arts game has become, as she's been in the UFC now for a little bit of time.
All right, here we go with our next round, and it's hard to remember a time in her UFC career where she looked so fluid on the feet. High number of strikes landed in the previous round. We'll see if she can keep it.
I mean, that is a big shot to the head. I cannot believe she's still standing.
Oh, man, that's what we call shin on skull. Several times in this fight, she's gone back to the well with that.
She is landing it over and over again, so why would she abandon it? It is such a dominant technical skill that every time she throws it, it lands. She's a great combination striker, and she sets up that high kick as good as anybody you've ever seen. Beautiful punch.
Oh, back to the double leg takedown. It's good. That's her best shot. Oh, nice job by her there. You see how strong she is. Her opponent's trying to control posture, unable to do so.
Now she can get to work and put the money in the bank with that ground and pound.
Money in the bank. Oh, and with conviction, she moves right into half guard.
Without much effort, she was able to pass from her full guard right into half guard.
Under 3 minutes here to go in round two. Oh, that'll work. The ground and pound strike is good.
Nice.
Well, she was long on grappling experience coming into the UFC, and you see her chops here. Just beautiful when it comes to the transition.
It's very difficult to keep up with her on the ground.
Oh, nice job by her to posture up there. Now we'll see if she can maintain that separation.
She has to recognize that her opponent will start trying to squirrel away now, but look for her big ground and pound.
Grounding and pounding away. Nice strikes to the body there by Nunes. All right, so she's able to work her way back to her feet now.
Again, in the clinch.
Well, it's one thing to be confident in your chin. It's another thing to leave your head wide open for damage, and that's exactly what she did there as she eats the uppercut. Let's see if she's... And she did not miss there. This could be the end, DC.
I mean, she hurt her so bad with that big head kick. I don't know how she stands.
45 seconds remain in the round. Oh, and she gives up her back. This is not a fighter you want anywhere near your backside. We could get a finish here in the not-too-distant future.
Yes, she's very dangerous from the top. She's so good at controlling the hips. She's so good at just being aware and taking advantage of any opportunity to finish that now she finds herself taking her back with the chance to try to end this fight.
And that's the end of round number 2. All right, so a huge round for her there, DC. At one point tried to kick her head off her body. Take us through the highlights, man.
I mean, it looked like she was trying to kick it right off of her shoulders. She did a really good job of just finding her shots. She understood that her opponent was not seeing the head kick, so she went to the well. She went to the well multiple times, and she will continue to do that until her opponent stops her.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Oh, nice strike landed there by Pena. All right, so Amanda Nunes getting off here again as usual. Really as well-rounded a fighter as we have in the men's or the women's game here in tournament.
Yeah, regardless of gender, right? Regardless of gender, Amanda Nunes stands amongst the best in pound for pound in the entire UFC.
Wow, there is just a viciousness with which she operates here on the ground as she continues to get the ground and pound game going. She might get a finish here.
She's looking for a finish. She's so good at dictating these ground exchanges, and she's doing a fantastic job of building posture to try to land that kill shot from the top.
All right, she postures up here, DC. We'll see if she can get those ground strikes.
Watch for the huge elbows that she's known for.
Well, maybe some panic setting in for her opponent as she continues to land with the ground and pound.
She cannot deal with the pressure of the top fighter. She's so good at finding her strikes.
All right, half guard position for her here, and this is a spot where we've seen her have a lot of wild success in previous fights.
She has a tremendous amount of success from this position because she's so knowledgeable. She keeps the right side underhook, and she just goes to work with that left arm. She's posting an elbow. She's building her posture and punching. There are just so many different ways for her to score strikes from this position.
How good is her movement here on the ground, right? Shades of Ray Borg, just transitioning so beautifully.
Yeah, she's so good at transitions and movement. Her ability is unmatched.
Well, you gotta stay busy from the bottom position. Can't falter here. She's doing a nice job. Wow, is she applying a lot of pressure here? I'm not sure how much her opponent can take. Clear sense of urgency here as she tries to make sure the judges stay out of it.
Big kick land.
Oh! And just like that, the fight is over.
Holy smokes! What a performance!
That'll get the crowd on its feet. A near-perfect land to end the fight for her here tonight. Just the way she drew it up, she had her focus on the knockout, and that's exactly the way this fight ends. I'm not even sure the opponent saw the shot coming. They oftentimes say it's the shot you don't see coming that spells your fate, and that certainly spelled her fate here tonight. Well, that knockout win is useful for the UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion of the World. She lit up this arena here tonight, and you can be sure the celebration is on and will continue deep into the night.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean is going to stop for this contest at 3 minutes, 48 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by knockout, and still the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Champion of the World, Amanda, Lioness of the Ring, Nunes.
hunted at 135 pounds. How good is this women's bantamweight champion, and who's going to beat her?
I mean, I don't know. John, it's going to be very difficult for someone to put together a game plan to get the belt off of this woman. She is a beast of a fighter, and it's going to take a giant effort to try to beat her.